G'day everybody and welcome back to Pineapple Bay. It's another beautiful day out here in Pineapple Bay. As you can see, I'm throwing a bit of lime on here. Ray's asked me to prep to lime and seed this field for him, which is what we're doing. And yeah, it's nice to get back into a tractor again. Hope everybody's well. We'll turn him on. So I'm driving this modular John Deere, which takes a lime spreader and solid fertilizer spreader, as you can see, which is what we're running on the back at the moment. It also that detaches and we can put on a liquid fertilizer spreader, a sprayer as well, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little unit to run. You don't have a lot of visibility out of the cab in regards to where you're actually spraying, so you do get a little bit of spreading overlay and you sort of overspreading a little bit, but all good. So I thought we could get these fields done for Ray. We'll get this lime spread, I'll get some seeding done and stuff, and hopefully tomorrow we are going to be, weather permitting, we're going to be lucky enough to be able to get some our first lot of seed down in some of our fields, which I'm really excited about. It'll be nice to actually get that happening. It's pretty bumpy out here on the old field, but this thing throws you around a little bit. The seat's not overly comfortable, but it is what it is. As you can see, we are getting thrown around quite a lot. Okay, put him back on. Hopefully we're getting that covered. See how we go. I'm also pretty excited that I'm going to get the opportunity to do a bit of seeding with a large seeder and running the 9R. That's sitting over here on this field over there somewhere, waiting for us and ready to go. So where are we? Okay, stop there. You see I've done a little bit of overspray there, but so be it. There's just a tiny little bit left, so I might as well grab that while I'm at it. That should do. So we will run this back to the yard, back to the red dirt yard, and I should be able to get a lift back and I can start doing the seeding. I'm pretty sure that the seat in the 9R is going to be a lot more comfortable than this seat, I can tell you. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a big field there to do, but everything's going really well. There are other two fields here that have crop in them doing quite well as well. They've got wheat crop in them. Is it wheat or barley? Got the cruiser sitting there. I drove that out here this morning. Started pretty early this morning. It's a little bit misty out there. And the dirty windows probably don't help on the spreader here either. Okay, I will see you when we get back to the yard. Okay, here we are. So some really good news for Red Dirt. They managed to get the header fixed overnight, so they have the header for the case back again, which is fantastic. And as you can see there, that's the liquid fertilizer spreader there with the spreader arms and stuff. I'm going to back this beast in here, I think, and hopefully without crushing it. And we'll keep this undercover. They do have other fields that do need lime, so I am going to leave the lime sitting in here. Right there, I think. And we will detach that. Move forward just a little bit. And shut this beast down. Lovely. Alright, so there you go. That gave it a little bit of mud, didn't it? Looks like a Coast Guard rescue helicopter there. It's making an absolutely beautiful thumping sound. Alright, so we'll leave that there. I will probably get a lift back out to the field so that we can start our seeding. So I will head down here and I will see you then. Okay, so here we are in the 9RT, and as you can see we've got the spreader on the back there. We'll just check what we've got set for soybeans and start this beast up. As far as I know, they did bring this out to the field last night, so it's been sitting here overnight, which means we'll give it a little bit of a warm up first. I might move the cruiser out of the way. There we go. Just get this fella out of the way. Okay. Just park him up on the edge of the field here, should be alright. So I'm not sure whether you can remember, but Red Dirt did have a guy named Sebastian working for them. Listen to the rumble on that engine. That's beautiful. And it's quite a wide spreader as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, so Seb injured his hand, and he ended up losing a couple of fingers on that hand, which means he won't be back to red dirt now. They're sorting all that type of stuff out at the moment. Hopefully they'll get it all sorted, but as far as I'm aware, he's not coming back. Cindy, who was also doing work on red dirt, she's only ever been a part-timer, so whether she moves up to a full-time position or not, I'm not sure. But it pretty well leaves it up to Ray and myself, and Ray is certainly tied up doing other stuff as well, so it might just be me that's trying to get these fields done. Alright, I am just going to set up, let me see, the GPS on this machine. So I will be back when I've done that. Alright, so I've gone through all the processes and I've programmed all of this into the computer. I hope I've done it right because I've never used a GPS system on this one before in one of these tractors, so let's see how we go. Let's turn this seeder on. We'll lower him down. And off we go. Alright, that all seems to be working very well. So as you're all aware, I do have some issues that I've been dealing with from the past before I actually came out and started working out here in contract for red dirt. And you've seen little snippets of that, but I think we should all agree that that we might just leave that be and leave it alone, and maybe you'll find out some more about it at some point, but you know, let's concentrate on farming. I've got the opportunity here, despite the fact that I don't know as much about farming as what I should. I do have the opportunity here to set myself up, to start afresh, and red dirt giving me that piece of land and a house to live in exchange for working their fields and doing work for them is an absolutely amazing thing. So let's take the opportunity to do that here in Pineapple Bay and forget about what happened in the past and enjoy the future. As I said earlier, it's pretty exciting that tomorrow we should be getting some fields done and some seed down in our fields. Looking really forward to that, and that gives us the opportunity to nurture those and get some and start getting some profit on our little farm, start earning some money, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay. We'll lift him up. Now, I really wanted to avoid driving on this field because this field's already been sown, so especially these tracks might dig it up a little bit, so we do need to be pretty careful of that. She's quite a loud piece of machinery, isn't she, this 9RT? Alright, so as you can see, I probably haven't set the GPS up correctly. Let me just have a look at what's going on. Okay guys, so I'm back. I gave, I had to give Ray a ring. I'd actually messed up the settings a little bit in the screen and the monitor there for the GPS. and I'd actually put the wrong width in for the seeder, so it took me a few minutes to sort it out, but here I am, and we're back to seeding again. I think I'm going to be going on this for probably most of the day. Hopefully I will get it finished today. But as it stands, we are only moving at around 12 kilometers an hour. But the seed seems to be going in the ground alright. Doesn't look too bad over there, which is pretty good. I think we can overrun a little bit because the field in front of us doesn't have any seed in at all. It's not a red dirt field, but this morning when I was doing some of that spreading, before I started talking to you guys, I did manage to get the drone up. It was a little bit dark to start off with, but I think I might have got some pretty good shots there, so I'll definitely make sure that I share those with you. Alright. And up. So we should be fine to turn around on this, I'm guessing anyway. Don't want to put too much strain on that, that should be okay. Oh, this is a pretty amazing tractor to drive. The seat in this in comparison to the seat in this spreader, wow. It's like sitting on a lounge chair. It's beautiful. Alright, so that's all looking good, and off we go again. I hope everybody's well since the last time you joined me on Pineapple Bay. The suspension on this seat is incredible. It's pretty amazing to be sitting in such a beast and actually getting to do some field work. It's a lot different to the tractors that we've got in our little farm, as you're all well aware. I think this seeder on our little fields that we've created would probably almost seed them in 2 or 3 runs. But I think I'd probably Red Dirt and Ray and stuff have already done enough for me, so I think I'd probably be pushing to try and convince him to let me take this over to our little farm. But it would be incredible nonetheless. So our plans are pretty simple. The plan is to get this thing hopefully seeded today, and tomorrow, first thing in the morning, start getting some seed down on our small fields that we've got. We've also got another field there that still needs some lime on it, so we'll have to see how that one goes. I might put some seed in to try and keep the crops a little bit spread out for harvest purposes. We'll see how we go. Alright, I might leave it at that one and come along here and do some sort of a header or something, just to try and save those crops there. Okay, make sure I'm not putting too much strain or turning too sharply for that. which it actually looks okay. GPS button. And down we go. Well, there you go. What a wonderful morning to be out farming. Well, what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to stop this vlog here, finish this field off, and I will probably return and see you in the next vlog that I do, when hopefully, all fingers crossed, we're putting our first crops down. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Probably a relatively quick episode, not really. Yeah, it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back in the tractor. If you like, please hit the like button, and most definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will hopefully see you in the next vlog. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya.